pues vamos a empezar de Forgotten City. Básicamente he hecho nada los primeros 10 minutos. Básicamente llegamos a un sitio, ¿no? Y nos piden que busquemos a un hombre que acaba de meterse en, pues, en los restos de una ciudad arqueológica que está en Italia. Y cuando llegamos, pues básicamente vemos que el hombre que nos habían dicho que se había metido hace poco, pues como que nos narra que ha estado allí mucho tiempo y que ha intentado salir y no puede, y ha intentado arreglar algo que ha pasado con la ciudad. Y siempre acaba de la misma manera, así que se suicida y se transforma pues, en una estatua de oro, como todas estas que vemos aquí, que seguramente son pues personas. Venimos aquí, ¿no? Y nos presentan como que estamos en el año 65 después de Cristo. Hablamos con el magistrado este, que es el que controla esta ciudad, ¿no? Y hay 23 personas y alguien de estas va a romper la regla de oro, en la que básicamente pues es o un pecado capital o una mentira, una traición o algo así, no están muy seguros de qué es, pero que hará que todos se transformen en estatuas como esta. Y todos han llegado aquí hace 7 meses y él sabe que venimos del futuro porque antes de que nosotros vengamos hay como unos huesos y cuando nos metemos por el portal, pues él nos dice que estaba pensando en sacrificarse, ¿no? A Prohibida para que trajera a alguien y que ayudara a librarnos de todo esto. Pues el caso, que este señor tiene una hija, ¿no? Que se le ha perdido, el Sencio, y por lo que se sabe todos los demás están vivos, así que no ha podido romper la regla de oro y estamos buscando la manera de salir. Ya está, no hay mucho más. Nos han presentado al granjero y nos han dado unas cuantas misiones que están aquí, ¿vale? Que es, pues esto, de viajar miles de años al pasado, tendré que encontrar forma de volver. Hay que crear una paradoja temporal en la que el pavo que se sacrifica para enviarnos, porque tiene un problema, nunca llega a sacrificarse. Por lo tanto, nosotros nunca vinimos y nunca estaremos en el pasado. Esa es la teoría. Otra, la regla de oro, pues es que es una misteriosa ley en la que si cometes un crimen, aún no se sabe qué tipo de crimen, porque puede ser mentir, blasfemar o lo que sea, todo el mundo se transforma en oro. Y ahora mismo hay como unas elecciones, ¿no? Por si ver si el magistrado va a seguir siendo el magistrado o le van a sustituir por otro, que en teoría es malo. Entonces, pues nos dejan un poco al aire libre y vamos a ver qué coño está pasando. Y mientras, pues como tranquilamente.
What were you two talking about? Don't play dumb. I saw you. Having a shady little chat with old man Sentius up on his balcony. What's he offering you? Money? Favours? What's your vote worth to him? What? You're throwing your lot in with him for free, then? That's even worse. Mark my words, Malleolus is gonna be magistrate by the end of the day. And if I tell him you sided with that feeble old has-been, that you've been trying to undermine
El Malleolus es el que se quiere hacer
you'll have
presidente.
patron. Got it?
Pero claro, este se ha sacrificado y ahora me están amenazando.
Oh, you just made a big mistake. Malleolus is gonna hear all about this.
Vale, monstruo.
And he'll make
Pero a
you
mí no me
suffer
amenazas,
the
tío.
tortures of Tartarus while you're still alive.
Tampoco tengo una persona con el Mareolo, pero me estoy flipando de esto. Eres una edite de tu puta madre. En plan, ¿me meo en tu culo o qué? Te reviento, ¿no, hijo de puta? Mira, ¿has visto esto alguna vez? Una puta linterna, ¿eh? Tengo el poder de los dioses. Y pues nada, nos dan libertad para que examinemos todo. He conocido a su hija mayor, ¿vale? Que le suda un poco que la hija pequeña haya desaparecido hace 3 semanas. Por lo cual, pues no sé. Raro. Pero bueno. Como tenemos... Esto, también tenemos una voz que no habla. Yo supongo que es la diosa Proserpina.
Name's Rufius.
Rufio.
Watch your step. Can't talk long. Got to stay sharp, but family's from Seleucia on Tigris, Babylon province.
Ah, básicamente todo el mundo termina aquí porque son como desviados por el río Tigris
Joined the legions.
y encuentran la entrada a la ciudad y luego nunca pueden salir. La que llaman ferrata.
Same way as everyone else.
El río, ¿no? Sí.
Because we're all in grave danger. Is it not obvious?
Levi, no puedes querer esto. ¿No te gusta? Está, si es que no te gusta. Levi, yo sé que a ti no te gusta esto. Vale. Un segundo. Ok. A ver, estamos en grave peligro.
Majesty.
Ah, vale, verdad. Aquí no hay armas, en teoría. Todas las armas las tiran al abismo para que no se pueda cometer un asesinato. Aunque bueno. Tienen vasijas, se pueden hacer un puñal rápidamente. Pues no sé tan misterioso.
None of your business. Entroite ipsum convenitura. If we have to. If I did, do you think we'd be having this conversation?
Joder, a todo el mundo que digo lo mismo con tu igual, coño.
I'll tell you this much. I hate the fact that my survival depends on the common sense of other people.
Levi, ¿no puedes estar aquí? Venga, vamos. No va a ir a atacar, ¿verdad? Venga, tírame. Atacando siempre, hijo puta.
I mean, all these people just bumbling
estaba lo de la
around,
pandemia.
nothing's wrong. Well, we're one bad decision away from being wiped out. Like the last lot of people who lived here. Seems like I'm the only one ready for what's coming. Whatever that is. And when it hits,
Cuando hemos entrado,
it's everyone
hemos
for
visto estatuas de
themselves.
toda esta gente.
You've been warned.
De gladiadores que huía por la piscina. El comandante este, el legionario.
I don't know. But did you ever get the feeling
Eso
some
es
of the
verdad.
statues are watching us when we're not looking? Like they're waiting for something. I don't like it.
La mayoría de las estatuas aquí, cuando pasas, ¿vale? Por delante de ellas y les dejas de mirar, se giran y te miran.
Of course I am. Meliodas. Not sure I trust Sentius. Couldn't even protect his daughter in a city without sin. How's he going to protect us? No. Whatever.
¿Ves? ¿Esta no está mirando? Y ahora se gira y nos mira ahí. Vale, por aquí se va de ver aquí abajo. Podemos examinar algunas cosas, pero no creo que encontremos nada que sea... No creo que toda la ciudad sea investigable. Sí, cabo. Bueno, tenemos las flechas. Y alguien se ha encerrado en el palacio. nadie va a hablar de lo de las estatuas. Solo me lo ha comentado un pavo random. Esto se parece a la del Horizon. O sea, que se cayó un pedrolo. Sospechosa, cuando menos, esta entradita. Como no creo que encontramos nada, vamos allá al objetivo. Chico, ¿por qué me has traído tú, cojones? ¿Cómo que qué hago aquí? Todos miran para allá. Casi parece que se puede hacer rappel, ¿eh? Pero no. ¿Me puedo suicidar? Algo que no he probado, pero me apetecería poco que me reiniciara para atrás. La verdad. No sé. Todo me parece súper sospechoso. Como si fuera a haber algo en cada rincón. Pero no tiene por qué haber nada. Y lo más probable es que no lo haya. El pavo estaba en la granja, ¿no? El granjero. Que para 23 personas es suficiente, una granja así. Eso tiene pinta de que lo podemos coger. ¿Qué no? Bloquea internacional, no podemos interaccionar, pero bueno. Sospechosísimo todo, esa planta ahí bien colocada por el diseñador de este nivel. Eso ahí que brilla. Que sí, tío, que te puedo oír, pero que no me da opciones a que te conteste, coño. Estos fueron los que intentaron salir, ¿verdad? TBD, Minimeriori, que los tíos sean más peleémonos contigo que con nosotros. Guay, tío. Muy bien. No quiero robar nada. Qué curioso. La torre para tirar los dados. Tú así no te pones a dar el cambiazo, pero yo qué sé.
Handsome.
Hombre, Aurelia. Eran así no para arriba.
Cerberus lifts his triple head and lets out his threefold braying.
Livia, would you stop muttering like Medea over a cauldron? You'll scare away my customers.
They follow their trades, imitating their previous lives, but they are ignorant.
This again. You're in a world of your own, aren't you?
¿La waifu? Bueno, está
you're
viejilla, ¿eh?
here. I'm so glad you decided to visit. I'm Aurelia, and I hope I'm not being too forward, but the moment I laid eyes on you, I was
Esta carita, bebé.
intrigued. There's a light in your eyes I've never seen before. A certain learning and sophistication. What was that? Some kind of joke? If it was, it wasn't funny.
Pero qué broma.
I take back what I said. Let's just forget that ever happened. So
Pero chico. Que me llevo un logro, pero que chico.
let it go. You know, normally I'd I guess that went right over your head. Never mind. As a matter of fact, I'm happy to tell you all about it, but so, how badly do you... Well, I can't tell you too much, or you'd figure it out for yourself.
Milenario.
But I
Me está
promise you,
timando a un nivel que no
You'll
veas.
never have to spend another hour in this city ever again. Simple. It's a one-way trip, and I'm not ready to go just yet. I like my life here,
¿Por qué quería estar en un sitio en el que puede morir todo el mundo?
but not now. I think of it this way. I have something of value, and I'm willing to share it for a price. That's not unethical. That's just good business. Now,
Hombre.
do you want it or not? If I took your money without giving you what I promised, I'd be breaking the golden rule, wouldn't
Bueno,
I?
tampoco sabemos si
I
la
have
regla es
no
así.
interest in doing that. What's the matter? Can't... Well, perhaps you could take a... I just try not to think about it. Drink helps with that. As the saying goes, to drink is human, so we drink. Certainly, for 10 denarii. Have you met Livia? She used to do my hair, until one day she just...
Hombre, eso sí lo sabía, pero bueno.
This place has that effect on people. Now, she just stands around, caked in filth, muttering nonsense to herself. It's a real shame. Now I have to do my own hair. I hear that if Malleolus is elected, he's gonna throw a small festival to celebrate, with
Vamos a darle
entertainment
otra
and
más.
everything. Can't wait to find out what it is.
Ya no
Whatever
mola.
you like. Certainly. There used to be a midwife here, Naevia, but fortunately for us,
Nah, no me está dando nada.
whatever you like.
El caro. Que esto era como el... Esto era un potencial de salud, básicamente. Y se lo echaban a todo, básicamente, para que...
I love your clothes. So exotic.
Ya ves. Qué asco.
You stay away from my money.
El espejo de latón. No quiero robar nada, tío. Ahora que hacer dos runs, una sin robar y otra robando. No puede ser que robar sea un crimen, porque yo puedo robar y en cualquier momento... No sé, habría que probarlo, pero yo qué sé. Vamos a probarlo. Si no, ahora cargamos desde aquí.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Vale. ¿Se repite el loop? Esto es como nos trajo al pasado. Vale. Ok, había que probarlo, tío, yo qué sé. Yo no quería robar, porque evidentemente esto iba a pasar.
Salve, friend. Oh, and since...
Ah, la tirolina.
The rope over the lake and hang on to the handles.
Vale.
But don't... All right.
Con esto podemos arreglar conversaciones anteriores. La pregunta es, ¿he perdido el dinero? No, los dineros no los pierdo. Con lo cual, What? O sea, vuelvo al presente con cosas del pasado y no... ¿Y qué pasa si me suicido? Venga. ¿Me muero y ya está? O yo qué sé. Ah. Bueno. Pues ya está, sabemos lo que tengo que hacer y lo que no.
Just a tap. All right.
Pero este y yo no nos conocemos, ¿no? En plan...
No.
Esta sí me la sé, ¿no? De que robaron a su hermana y que todo lo que le pasaba al final alguien se lo quitaba.
Anyway, that's enough of me rambling. Well, as much as I'd love to get out of here, the harvests are done. Oh, I don't give a... But I say, let's spend... Well, as much... But if... even I could do a better job. Me? Oh.
No sé. Este pavo nunca me dio mala espina como para desconfiar de él. Y la vieja loca.
Sisyphus, attack or pursue the stone that always returns.
Joder.
Just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls. But it does not notice the crowds that come. The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Some crowd the forum, some the house of the ruler of the depths. Others follow their trades, imitating their previous lives. They never do. There is only a downward path, gloomy with fatal yew trees. It leads... Help me. It is better for you if you remain ignorant. The bloodless shadows. This is... the newly...
La pregunta es, ¿tengo la llave? O sea, que puedo robar cosas para volver atrás.
Cerberus lifts his triple head and lets out his threefold
¿Verdad?
braying.
Livia, would you stop muttering like Madeira
En
over
teoría
a
puedo
cauldron?
robarlo
You'll
todo,
scare
volver
away my
atrás
customers.
y ya lo tengo todo.
They follow their trades, imitating their previous lives, but they are ignorant.
This again. You're in a world of your own, aren't you? Ah, you're here. And there's a... Ugh, coming on a... Let's just... Alright, see ya.
Es que me lo está pidiendo el puto juego con la mecánica de robar y que no pase nada.
You stay away from my money.
Vaya, me quiere timar. Ok. Vale.
The many shall suffer
Has robarlo todo.
for the sins of the one.
¿Qué? ¿Ya está qué? Ay, la Virgen. Ay. Muchas gracias, chavales. Está bastante bien. Es lo que tiene que esté comiendo, ¿eh? Hombre, no te puedes suscribir a mí mismo, pero bueno. ¿Por qué he vuelto atrás y sigo jodido de vida? Vamos a ver.
So,
Vamos a resetear y que pasemos junto la vida, que es que no perdemos nada. Ay. Soy muy pesado, ¿eh? Soy muy pesado. A ver si aquí, cuando estoy pendiente, va a verte para que me den el puto carne. ¿Te quieres poner a jugar Marco? ¿Cojones? Estoy yendo a ponerte una denuncia. Vale, vale. ¿Qué frente? ¿Esta de aquí? Esta pequeña, la que puedes vender Opel Corsa. Buenas tardes. No sé quién eres, mi nieto. Ja, ja, ja. Nunca había escuchado esa rima antes. Te lo agradezco. Yo cobré mis mini Kinder bueno, increíble. El puto Javi. Nah, desgraciado. Cómo le he carrileado, y la hemos perdido toda. Se regenera mi vida, vale. ¿Y la tirolina cómo va? La tirolina, tío. Me ha dado la tirolina. Ah, es para ir de allí a aquí. Vale. Vamos a ver la misión. Que sí, coño. Tonacho peón de obra, increíble, ¿eh? Yo lo prefiero cuando es más somalí, pirata somalí, pero bueno. Coño, la misión, ¿dónde está? Consigo un arco. La sacerdotisa, tenía que haber plan 2, ¿no? Ya, ya. En plan. Allí si me debe 5 euros te pone. Ojalá. Me debe 10. ¿Pero dónde está la otra? La de... esta.
You, Tantalus, cannot catch the drops of water.
¿Era con la J? ¿Con la M? ¿Con algún puto botón era? Feliz cumpleaños, ¿eh? Sí, la verdad es que sí. Pero ¿por qué no estoy siguiendo esta misión? Ah, vale. ¿Sabes como lo que es Neko? Neko es que son niñas como Neko, que son como niñas kawaii, niñas así un poco cute. Para todos ustedes, jugadores. No, en este juego no hay menores, de momento que yo haya visto. Señora, parpadeo o algo, coño. A ver, aquí no hay nada más que se pueda examinar, ¿no? Mira, esto es para hacerme aquí las patas, el puré de papas, el mortero. No, la verdad es que no han cambiado en 2000 años. ¿Qué haces? Ahí está, asomándose, mira. No, Levi se queda conmigo.
Dile a esta gente que se meta ya en el LOL, que estoy ya desesperado.
Que os metáis ya en el LOL, cojones. Pero no os vayáis de mi directo, ¿vale? Que necesito tener 5 suscriptores de media para tener el partner. Venga, gracias. ¿Te enfoco?
What are you doing here? Can't you see this woman is dying? She's been poisoned.
Es verdad.
She needs the resin of a plant called
The resin of a plant. El culus cumulates. Ha dicho cum, ¿eh? Lo ha dicho. Lo ha dicho. Mira, aquí está. Cum. El cum era abuelo, lo que necesita.
It's too late. She just slipped away. No, now it's fine. I can't afford to wallow here. And I
No puedes holgazanear, pero puedes hablar conmigo. Joder. Ah, esperarse, si tengo lo mejor para vosotros. Ya que queréis spamear lo que queráis. Como nadie va a ver esto, mirad. ¿Podéis volver a escribir? Que, uy, perdón, coño. ¿Dónde está? Esto. Ahí lo tenéis. Salid vosotros. Lo que pasa es que si escribís muy grande no sé por qué no sale. Pero bueno, ahí está.
She was poisoned. She came in here frothing at the mouth. Normally I'd treat her with resin of silphium, a rare plant which is perfect for this sort of thing. And I knew Decius had some at his market stall, right around the corner. So I ran
No se ve
over
entero.
there, but
Claro
he
que no
just
se ve,
looks at
compañero.
me with this
Los
evil
mensajes súper grandes
smile
no
and
se ven.
says, "That'll be 1,000 denarii." There was no way I could afford that, and he knew it. Then that toad shrugs and says, "Supply and demand. I guess you don't value your friend's life that highly." Anywhere else, I'd just pay a thug to steal it from his stall. But there's no way I can do that down here with the golden rule. So all I could do is come back here and just watch her die. I kept on apologizing. And now I'll never know who poisoned her, or how they managed
Cojones
to
que me
do
está
it
contando su
without
historia la
breaking the
chavala,
golden
coño.
rule, or why she cursed that snake's cruel black eyes with her dying breath. Well, unless you have the power to bring someone back from the dead, get me that silphium resin. I'm going to have another patient. I don't care how you get it, but you have to make it happen. Because if I lose another, I swear to the gods below, not even the golden rule will stop
Esto seguro
me
que
from marching
Genitricum,
out to that
otra vez
giant's
como están los
recalcitrant
romanos,
and
con el puto
scratching his
cum todo el día en la
eyes out.
boquita.
I'm Lucretia, and I'm
¿Que te
going to be
roleplay
straight with you.
o te vas?
I'm not a physician.
Pues a la
This is
puta calle.
Olivia's clinic. I've just been filling in ever since she disappeared. I'm tired and out of my depth and miserable all the time. But I'd rather take this on myself than let one of you lot mess it up. My husband and I moved to Rome from Caesarea.
De Cesarea, claro, yo
He
también soy de ahí. Sí.
embraced the Roman way more than I would have liked, and turned into an awful philanderer. I would have divorced
Philanderer,
him
lo que
and
soy.
the return of my dowry, but I knew he would sooner
Ya no
have me
tiene 5
killed
views, pero
than
ya,
give
eso,
me
eso
my
la verdad
right.
es que es lo
So
triste.
I waited for the right time to
Creo que ni
take
somos
what was
5,
mine
¿verdad?
and
No somos 5, ¿verdad? 2, 4, 6.
gathered our most precious belongings, coins and
Esto es gracias a
gemstones.
vosotros,
And
chaval.
the moment his back was turned, I ran. I could barely see for the
Sois
smoke.
unos
And the
sit
streets
póster,
were full of
pero de
people
cuidado.
trampling each other.
Yo os quiero, amigos.
I ran for the river, like everyone else.
Todo el mundo
And
con el
leapt
puto
in.
ruido.
The next thing I remember, I was waking up on a riverbank, not far from here.
Me parece bien que hayas perdido a toda tu familia. No.
It's all right. Say what you will about this place. At least my fornicating husband will never find me.
A ver,
And while
es un
there's no
plus.
shortage of snakes here, at least with the golden rule, they have to try to be discreet about it.
Escúchame, cancelado el marido, ¿eh? Yo no, el puto marido, cojones.
Oh, this shrine was in use as a clinic long before any of us arrived here. Kind of strange to set up a clinic in the temple of the god of disease.
A
But
ver, aquí,
the
el que
god
sepa
who
de
inflicts a
dioses.
curse
¿Quién
is
es el
also the
dios de la
only god who
enfermedad
can undo
en
it. So,
los romanos
I suppose
coreanos esto?
praying to Apollo for healing kind of makes sense.
Tú, Noé, tú que estás en el chat, dime quién es el dios de la enfermedad.
Well, she used to run the clinic. She was a midwife, not a
Juan Antonio
physician,
Luna,
but
sí.
she was the closest thing we had down here. And she was good, too. Until she suddenly lost all interest in us. One day she told me she'd made some profound discovery about the golden statues. This changes everything, she kept saying. But I had no idea what she was talking about.
No la
The last time I
llames
saw her,
negra.
the
Se
last
dice persona
time
de
any of
color.
us saw her, she was muttering to the statues, like she could talk to them. And then she shut herself in the palace.
Ya, pero ¿cómo entro al
barred
puto
the door
palacio si
from
solo hay
the
2
inside,
caminos?
And nobody's seen her since. She's been gone so long now, we figure she's either dead or up to something so strange that she doesn't want anyone else to know about it. But I really wish I could reach her, because that's the only hope I have of solving a troubling problem, a real thorn in the paw situation. One of my patients is suffering from terrible rheumatism. His joints are inflamed, and he's in constant pain. He's become so irritable that the smallest things set him off. And I worry he'll end up losing his temper and lashing out. And you know what that means. I just know Nevia would know how to treat him, assuming she's still alive. But nobody seems to know how to get into the palace. Really? That would be wonderful.
Bueno, que hay que traer muchas cosas para acá. Me acaban de cerrar el directo por esto. Putos romanos del siglo menos 237. Estatua de Apolo. ¡Ah! Enfermedad y curación. Hombre, parece un buen sitio para hacer una clínica, ¿sabe usted? Buscar. ¿Cómo hemos intentado robar los muertos?
May Apollo keep you safe.
Ya, pero ¿me das las llaves de tu cofre o qué? No, pues nada. Que sí, pesa, pero deja de susurrarme, coño.
Ah, a fellow traveler from a faraway land.
For a faraway land. Este es el de los que va, ¿eh?
Greetings. I'm Giorgio.
I'm Giorgio.
It gladdens me to see another foreigner in our midst. We must stick together, you
Era Asclepio, el dios de la enfermedad. Pues ahí ponía Apolo. Te han partido la boca, nieto.
And such a curious design. I have traveled distant trade routes from the markets of Damascus to the
Damascus.
And never have I seen anyone dressed quite like you. Tell me, I must know.
Esto es Adidas. Nike. Todo guapo.
Then you are an explorer like me. Wonderful. You must have many
Apolo es el dios del sol, compañero. Yo qué sé, pues díselo a estos tíos. A mí qué coño me cuentan, yo lo que me han dicho. Además no puede ser Apolo, será Helios. Pero bueno, Helios igual es el griego. No tengo ni puta idea, compañero.
My story? How kind of you to ask. I am a tailor and I run the humble shop in the forum.
In the forum?
You mean to say, with all the turmoil and terror of the Golden Rule and so few customers, why bother setting shop at all?
Sí.
I'll tell you, it is precisely because of the Golden Rule that I wish to remind my friends of the importance of looking one's best.
No vean los pelitos del brazo.
The more of our customs we preserve down here, the more we can preserve a semblance of normality, the better our chances of keeping our heads. Don't you agree?
Supongo.
Oh, and there is another reason too.
Venga, se viene.
If we all end up as golden statues for future generations to marvel at, I don't know about you, but I would like to look my best.
Ajá. Ajá.
A good question. A very good question indeed. And I would be happy to tell you if only I could remember
que no ha dicho nada de furro.
I remember I had just been to Rome to sell an extraordinary selection of wares, and drowning in coin, I decided to celebrate my success. I rented a prestigious villa by the Tiber, invited over a few select friends, and we began making our way through some of the most exquisite wine money could buy. Quite a lot of it, in fact. Now, I have had visions and awoken in strange places before. I have even found myself naked in the desert sands more than once, but none of that compares to.
¿Ya habéis terminado de hacer spam? ¿Puedo quitarlo del chat?
People screaming.
O lo quito.
Creation, gasping for air, and then nothing. When I regained my faculties, I was lying naked by the banks of the Tiber, gods know how many miles from my villa. Indeed. I'm lucky I was carrying a little extra weight. I believe it kept me afloat. In any case, it seems I'd been rescued and resuscitated by a benevolent stranger. I went to find firewood for his campfire, stumbled across a cave, and discovered that trapdoor temple. And here I am. Anything you like. Shh! Not so loud! What are you playing at? Have you not been told about the last attempt? Oh, then I suppose this duty falls to me.
Que lo de la hija de la otra, ¿no?
Ah, it is a long story. Aha, you are witty. I like that. Of course, the first question any of us asks when we first arrive is, how do I escape? It is only natural after all. And scaling the chasm wall is out of the question, for it is simply too steep and too far. But as they say, if the wind fails, use the oars. And here the second option is to leave the way we came in, through the shaft above the bathhouse.
Pero...
See, the shaft is quite high, but if one gathered up enough wood, one could make a series of ladders and climb one's way out.
Es decir, ¿no podemos hacer una escalera de piedra?
They have. I am getting to that. There was an attempt, made by resourceful fellows who lived here some years ago. They even decided to keep records of their escape attempt for posterity. Unfortunately, as soon as they began to carry the first ladder down the hallway, they heard a godlike voice shake the entire city, and that, tragically...
Pero no puede ser huir, porque ya han intentado huir.
So it seems that to merely attempt escape,
No, eso no es verdad.
the wrath of whichever god oversees this place. And so I say,
Eso no es verdad, porque ha desaparecido la hija y tenía la intención de huir. Entonces, salvo que es... O sea, los dos tienen la misma intención, no puede ser eso.
Ah, yes. The man is
Ah, este es griego. ¡Hostia, este es Gianni!
As a Greek, this is nothing new to me. It is how our gods operate. Have you not heard the tale of the god Hades? He was the first to learn this dreadful lesson when he abducted Persephone and imprisoned her in the underworld. When Demeter, the mother of Persephone, learned of this, she did not punish Hades, the guilty one. Instead, she changed the climate of Earth, so that it became hot and dry. Nothing grew. The grain turned to empty husks, and the rivers dried up. Innocent people died by the tens of thousands, until at last the other gods were forced to act, lest they have no worshippers left. So yes, we know this rule. This has always been the... If we are to survive, I say we must each keep the simple wisdom of
Está desde Mileto, increíble.
first of the 7 sages of Greece, who said,
He vuelto a filosofía de
avoid
primero.
doing what you would blame others for doing.
Lo que viene a ser por la otra mejilla.
Doesn't it? But it is not enough for us to do this alone. For even if 99% of us adopt this principle, that will never be enough. Sadly, no matter how well we protect ourselves, the life's work of... the voice of... But for all their grim and haunting poses, these golden... That, my friend, is quite the dilemma. I do not enjoy the thought of another visit from Domitius, if I vote... Nothing comes.
Vamos, que no puedo cambiar a nadie lo de las votaciones. Hijo de puta, las ha pilado. Las ha pilado aquí para que no le molesten al cabrón, ¿eh? Mírale, el cambiador. Sí, este es el de la cochinilla, ¿verdad? El rojo. Súper caro. La goma, atar la cama. Pecador. Hostia.
Ah, a new face. Salve, and welcome to a little community. My name's impossible to pronounce for most people, so you can just call me...
Este es francés, ¿eh?
You arrived on a sad day, friend. What with Julia's death? I wish we could have met under better circumstances. Well, I'm an architect. Or at least I was back in Rome. That's probably too grandiose a term to describe what I do here. Help out with repairs and try to stop old buildings from collapsing on people. That kind of thing. But you probably don't want to hear about the ingenious architecture or mysterious history of this place. Gladly. Personally, my favorite thing about this place is the aqueducts. Those series of adjoining arches. They're an ingenious feat of Roman engineering with a very practical purpose. They take fresh water coming from outside the city and distribute it all across the chasm. It's funneled below the palace and into a cistern, and the rest is funneled to the shrine of Proserpina. Hey, not so loud. Just talking about that could anger. I'm not saying it's impossible, but you'd have to find.
O sea que también podemos intentar huir por los aljibes.
This one's a bit of given the way it's positioned so prominently, looking, unfortunately. You see, usually a temple is dedicated to a particular god, like there's an obelisk out the front, which probably used to be. And of course we can't get inside because it's locked up tighter than the temple of Saturn in Rome. And that, so we're all left wondering, unless somebody figures out the... Oh, I'm glad you asked. Some of these shrines, they're constructed but there's one thing that puzzles me. Well, yes, that could be the reason. Or it could mean that there were Greeks living and worshipping here before. Who really built this place? If only there was a way. Of course.
O sea, que es posible que incluso ni siquiera los romanos fueran los primeros que estuvieron aquí. Llegaron los griegos, luego se fueron, o se convirtieron en estatuas. Llegaron los romanos, construyeron la ciudad luego más grande, los acueductos.
You wouldn't believe how often the new ones ask that question. But there are much worse places to live out your day. But once you get used to the fear, knowing that a single slip-up could cost you everything... Oh, I just mean I grew up in the Batavi tribe, far to the north in Novio Magus, and learned to expect they weren't... Some people say it's divine, the work of a god, but I'm not so sure. I mean, once you've been here long enough, you'll notice people do, which means one of two things. Either you do, and I'm pretty sure. Good. Then I hope you'll agree. The first is to leave. The second... Good question. It's best if I say no more, but...
O sea, que este quiere quitarle el poder. Él piensa que la solución a esto es quitarle el poder al dios. Si nadie lo teme, supongo.
Look, I haven't done anything wrong, if that's what you're thinking. Somebody just has a problem with my preference for male company.
Compañero, que puede ser gay, que no pasa
Nothing
nada.
gets by you, huh? Sorry, that was mean. And when you grow up in the north, as I did, in the city of Novium, I saw enough friends killed or driven away, so I hid who I was for. But that kind of fear eats away at you. Needless to say, my openness. In any case, the Romans are, or at least it's not the strange. I've never really been interested in any of the men here. If I had to guess, strange bunch. They insist there's only one God, and that he considers my nature as sin.
¿Cristianos?
Can you believe that?
Siendo
If there are any
homófobos,
of them
no
here,
puede
they
ser.
won't admit it. Not since they supposedly burnt down half of Rome
Qué
last
triste.
year and went into hiding. All I know is
Qué
that
triste,
these threats keep
Cristianos
escalating.
homófobos, nada, nada, nada.
Eventually, my secret admirer is go. Really? Who is it? You went snooping in his place? That was risky. We're lucky you didn't cross any lines. Have you spoken to him about it? I would talk to him myself, but I think that would just... Well, Malleolus is talking about loosening some of the rest. My vote isn't for... Nice to talk to you.
A ver, porque hay muchas cosas que hacer y yo me estoy agobiando. A ver, el pecador. Sabemos que... ya sabemos quién ha sido. En plan, es Rufio. La pregunta es... ¿qué podemos darle a Rufio para que no... que Rufio era... Rufio era... Rufio... Esto es un buen arma, ¿eh? No la mejor del mundo, pero cojones. Bueno. Al rufio. No sé yo si debería de encarármelo. Sí. Esto es básicamente su esponjita y con esto se limpiaban el objeto y se iban pasando de lo uno a lo otro. Dentro de lo que cabe, no sé. Mejor que lavártelo con la mano, ¿eh? Habría que frotar la escoba bastante, la esponja bastante bien. Pero bueno.
Hey, Virgil, how much would you...
It's the statues.
The many shall suffer for the sins
No hay
of
manera de
the one.
comprar esto si no lo vende nadie.
Everybody run!
Espera, si estoy demasiado lejos. Si estoy demasiado lejos no puedo robarlo. Espérate, ¿lo tengo? No.
Salve, friend. Of course. All right.
Raro de cojones. O sea que si no llego a tiempo me matan y ya está. Y como muero en el pasado, luego vuelvo al futuro y ya está. Este es el hijo de puta.
Name's Groovy. Whatever.
Claro, no puedo ver las notas que he cogido, ¿no? No.
And I of course, and I very so
Tengo que repetirlo todo.
it for have you not if we are regrettable for yeah. You mean to say I'll take ice. Now this when you mean to I'll anything that but of course I hope
Vale.
Well, I'm help. Well, I'm help, but I'm not. Oh, if. Oh, I'm glad you asked, but I'm not. Oh, who if? Glad and. Hey, give up. Says and of course, so we unlet. Of course. You said, but oh, you wouldn't. There are but once you. Some people and good. So I'm glad it's better. Oh, look. Hey, nothing gets by you, huh? Sorry, that was mean. And then I saw, so I, but that can't
No quiero
needless
decir que
my
es el otro hasta que...
in any case, the strength I've if stupid odd. Look, and I saw, so I, but that cat needless, my open. This 5. All I know. Well, my vote isn't.
Vale.
Nice to talk.
Es que no se lo quiero decir, tío. Se lo tengo que decir, supongo, ¿no? Porque no me ha salido la misión.
And so I, but that needless, my open. In a part, this 5. Really? Who is it? You went snooping in his place? I would... Nice to talk.
Aquí no hay nada. Aquí está esto, pero esto no me lo va a vender nadie.
Whatever's in that great temple up there on the bluff. I
Claro,
bet
este igual me
it's
lo
worth
vende.
a fortune.
What are you doing in here? She... It's... but absolute... A city, but... She... Get... Feeling all... I wish just... I'm... My husband, so as he... the next thing... and... Okay, but... And... Gladly... Oh, and this... And then... She's been... But one of my... I really should... He's becomes... I just... Really? Feeling alright. I'm Lucretia. Until the and she, but one of his big. Oh no. Anything about? Sure. Do you really want? Hemlock, I believe. I haven't seen her in months. She's not allowed. Gladly. Sure. Glad. Well, come back if you get.
Voy a tener que empezar a hacer guardados rápidos porque no me apetece, pero vamos.
Salve.
Si este no me da la opción de
Salve,
comprárselo, tengo que
stranger,
robarlo.
and welcome to our idyllic little slice of the Empire. I'm Dacius.
Joder, de
Terrible shame what happened to Julia, but we just... Certainly. All right. That's hardly my... Oh, it's perfectly legal. Simply a question of supply and demand. Hear what? You sure you're feeling... She claimed the statues were whispering to her. Nobody... But I digress. Oh, you have it. Pleasure doing business. Can I help you with anything else? You mean, how did I end up here? That is a lengthy tale. Oh, mostly sculptures, vases. Had myself a nice little shop in Rome, just off the Forum. Lots of foot traffic. And see, about 7 months ago, half of Rome caught on fire. Everyone who couldn't... So I gathered my coins and some priceless vases into a cart and had my most loyal slave girl, pretty young thing, all the way down to the river. I'm elbowing for a stampede of people, turning back now and then. But, to my surprise, we make it. And I see this... But the captain's happy to take my coin. So I start boarding, and then... No, too heavy. The cart... Of course I chose the cart. I mean, I can always buy a new slave girl. So I put me under the cart.
Oh, qué hijo de la gran
I
puta.
realised what was happening because... And in one swift... No, I dived in after it, of course. Aren't you paying attention? Only, I guess I must have hit my head or something. When I came to, I'd washed up on the riverbank, not far from here, with nothing in the world but a single... I couldn't agree more. I mean, sure, I'd lost a few thousand denarii, but I've already made it back. Look around you. There must be more gold in here. I'm afraid not. If you're desperate, I'd... Some people here are a little shaky. It's terrible. Of course, I've skipped... Thank you, friend. Malleolus. I mean... Not. Very well.
Nadie quiere votar al Senti, o sea que no hay manera de que... No hay manera de mover.
Hey, Virgil, how much would you want to make me a bow?
For the last time, Dacius, I'm not making you a bow.
But why?
You know why.
But how am I going to defend myself against someone else with a weapon?
There are no other weapons in the city. We all went along with the magistrate's weapons ban, so it wouldn't be an issue.
That's why I've got to get in first before someone else beats me to it.
¿Pero me puede hacer un arco a mí?
Any news about my secret? Have you...
No, no lo
Nice
puedo
to
hacer a
talk
mí.
to you.
Este necesita un arco, yo necesito un arco. No he flipado. 12 esclavas. Porque lo escribiría en... Bueno.
Hello? Hello? My name's Dooley. I live here now because I got in trouble and they said they had to lock me up. I don't know. Yes. They said I did it. More than once. Yes.
Tío, que sufre lazos de memoria,
What does it say? My treasure. My friend Hannibal used to look after me. He said he gave me this key and made me all I remember is he said something. Now nobody looks after me. Except my friend Galerius. And
Tío, me da toda la pena.
The priestess lady. Hannibal. Galerius already tried that. What about the rules? I don't like Galerius. He's nice.
El
I like
Galerio.
Galerius. He made me a doll
Cuidado,
and everything. If you help make him magistrate, he can get me out. Hannibal said it was in the cisterns. I can't. You're going to let me? Oh. Please. Go. My friend Hannibal, he said he gave me this. All I remember now, nobody looks after. Bye bye.
Tío.
Hello. Have we?
Tío, que me da toda la pena, macho, el pavo este. Ulpio ama a Sencilla. Por Ulpio mató a Sencilla. Quizás si robo algo esta estatua se mueve. Que me jode lo de que puedas usarlo de robar para obtener cosas, porque claro, no deberías de hacerlo, pero se te premia por hacerlo.
No. I've bounced the idea around once or twice, mainly as a way, but maybe that's not such a bad thing. I mean, he talks a lot about freedom, so I'm hoping if he's elected, he'll release Dooley from his cell. Because Sentius put him there. Poor Dooley was just wandering around. Gladly. All right.
¿Y cómo te convenzo para que sea?
Ah, it's you again. No. But...
Para ti no convencerte que te convierta en magistrado, al otro no lo va a votar nadie. Me parece que puedo hablar con la oca y no con la cabra, tío. Vale, ¿puedo ir ahí? No, es que no hay manera de que yo haga este salto. ¿Verdad? No. Aunque bueno, si me meto por ahí igual. ¿Ha respawnado eso? Vale. A ver.
Keep an eye out for Santilla, would you?
Qué asco.
Ugh, this place has become a Ugh, I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians. You know, some people say, but what? Did you hear that? What do you have? No response. I'm telling you, this mysterious... Either that, or like people... Oh, and I suppose I'll... I trust...
Hombre, me creería lo de que tu padre se lo pueda haber inventado, pero las estatuas se mueven, con lo cual esa parte es sobrenatural.
We're finally... We have? Wait, if I understand correctly, I must have... Is the... Ah, look, It's unfortunate. Now, You mean Duilius? Releasing him is out of the question. Perhaps you're not aware he was caught. Look, I can see where you're going with this. You think me cruel. It was not so long ago, during the Republic. The law of the 12. Here we see to it that he has food, a privilege that would be taken away from. The man has no self-discipline. Poor I will not jeopardize the life.
Ay, gracias por ser tan...
I'll be waiting.
Tan puto gilipollas, coño. Bueno, a la sacerdotisa que dice que se vea.
Keep an eye out for Centilla.
Hey, Horatius. How's it feel knowing your man's doomed to lose the election today?
If you're trying to goad me into an argument, it won't work. I'm a stoic, remember?
If the old man couldn't even keep his own daughter safe, how can anyone trust him to keep us safe, eh?
Why do I get the feeling you lot had something to do with Centilla's disappearance?
That's it. Blame everyone but yourself.
If I find out you did something to that poor sweet girl, not even the Golden Rule is gonna protect you. Got it?
Ha! As if I'll be afraid of you, little man. Malleolus isn't receiving visit. Her name left me Hey, Caput Murde, just make. Or Sinculia, just make. Bribe? That's such an. Whoa, you must really want to see. Let yourself. Just make sure you give it back on your.
Bueno, pues conseguido
What now? When Mally. I think it's. He's going to announce it in his victory speech. Cause if I tell you, and it gets out, it'll give Old Man Sentius got you all. Or Sinculio mio.
On your best behavior, I trust.
Majestic. A new face, Ave. Oh my. I suppose it's usually, however, you wouldn't simply march up to a Vestal. The proper approach would be to arrange an intro, and then you would. But to be honest, I've often thought, let's do it your way. You just. You know, I'm not entirely sure. Karen, you say? And nothing about that name seemed odd to you. Why is that? The memes? What are the memes?
The memes.
So, a bit like Egyptian hieroglyphs then? So your people make hieroglyphics depicting this occur. I apologize. Have you spoken? I really think you should. Good. You have? Then what is it?
Pero todos caen en el río.
Yes. I understand. What else? That's true. What else?
O sea, soy literalmente yo. Amanecemos en un río, no una desconocida.
Yes. It's as I feared. You mentioned earlier, you met a young... I see. Because I've seen her before. But don't...
Pues es que la Karen sea...
We can't have people thinking we're...
Dios.
You have to do something. A man arrived in the baths. Real nasty sort with it. Help! You have to do something! A man arrived in the baths. Real nasty sort with his face all covered up. And he's got a weapon. You have to do something or he's gonna break the golden rule. Fabia, but now's not the time. Are you going to help or not? Thank you. I have to hide. What? Ugh. The shrine is collapsing!
Y de robos, ¿sabes?
Fabia, no! Oh gods, she's dead! Did anyone see that? The whole shrine just collapsed on her! Oh, Fabia, why did you have to go in there? Poor sweet girl. I can't believe she is dead. The gods are cruel and unjust. I can't believe the god.
Y la sacerdotisa pasa 3 kilos. Bueno, pero el de allí fuera es griego.
Come and join me by the fire.
¿Quién eres tú, majete?
Welcome, welcome. May I ask your name? It is best you do not know my name, for merely to tell me. Then perhaps the fates brought. I will tell you everything I know, but first, the one thing I long for above all, let us find out with. You have. Then you should speak with your contemporary. It is best if.
Anda, el atajo va atrás. Vale, o sea que este pavo es supuestamente el que nos va a resolver todo, ¿no? Imagino cuando le diga cómo se llama.
Ah, you've returned.
O sea que griego.
You've
o sea que aquí no hay nada que podamos hacer. Bueno, hemos descubierto un pasillo, podemos preguntarle al griego quién es la estatua esta. una zona de carga, o sea que... Wait.
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, otherwise known as Quinctius. Do you know where he is? I'm not sure I believe that. I am here with orders from So, if you tell me the truth, I will allow you... Is that understood? Thank you. Now tell me. A small community. I was told Quinctius was a cultist, but I... Oh, don't play coy with me. I don't care if you're worshipping Bacchus, Magna Mater, or Christ. You lot are always sneaking off. The Emperor may... You say that. So you admit. Threatening me is not going to help you. But in any case... That sounds an awful lot
Chico,
like a cult.
físicamente no hay una salida.
And I saw the inscription saying, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the..." You've clearly been indoctrinated. Now tell me, you lot are practicing... Yes, because it's all clear to me. However, you still have a chance to... Then, do you have any last words? And there's a simple explanation, but if you want, once I'm done with you and Quinctius, and I can think of...
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Era el momento de entrar. Era el momento de entrar. 4.000 de oro, chaval. Tío, el Sensei no se ha muerto. Se ha quedado en... Pero si va a venir por los baños, podemos esperarle, ¿no?
Salve, friend.
Santo, ya podemos esperarle ahora.
You, Sisyphus, attack or pursue the stone.
Tú, háblame de la estatua esa, máquina.
Greetings. I'm John. My friend, you... I hope that...
Pero chico, que eres griego, cojones, que me lo has dicho.
Salve.
Help! You have... Thank you. I have... What?
Uy, la ha salvado. Vale, hay un pavo con arma. Yo digo que hasta que no... Vale, hay que intentarlo. ¿Puedo guiarle? Igual sí puedo guiarlo, ¿eh? ¿Qué? ¿Que si quiero qué? Gartic Phone. Nah. Me puedo echar algo, pero yo qué sé. Bueno, me he hecho una. A ver.